India Kilo 1 Sierra Lima Delta. This is Oscar Romeo 41 Sierra India Sierra Sierra. Have you loud and clear? Thank you for this opportunity. Ready for the questions. Over. Thank you so much, David. So, indeed, so 60 years ago when we had no idea what space is, we have chosen the best of the best, and we selected test pilots that can handle problems in the spacecraft, and they can manually pilot the aircraft. So yes, indeed. And then by the development of vehicles, it started to be more automated. The requirements changed, so the agency selected a scientist that can run science, especially when we went to the moon. And nowadays we focus on candidates with STEM education, that is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So yes, indeed, the requirements have changed. Over. Very interesting question, Olivia. Thank you so much. So the main language spoken here on the International Space Station is English and Russian. So all the astronauts need to learn those two languages. And as like somebody from the United Arab Emirates, I was trying to teach anybody some Arabic words, but I failed miserably. But yeah, the main two languages are Russian and English. Over. Thank you, Raz. Wa alaikum salam. It is a very interesting question. Honestly, I have no plan yet, but I have something in mind. I would like to continue studying. Hopefully, I would like to do astrophysics as a subject to study in the future. But as of now, I don't have a specific plan. Over. Thank you, Nathan. Honestly, I didn't see any sort of debris because it is really fast. The station flies almost 27,000 kilometers per hour. But I did see some satellites, especially before sunrise and after sunset. And this is something actually you can see from the ground as well. So I did see satellites, but I didn't see any debris. Over. Thanks for the question. So honestly, it's really rare to get sick in space for two reasons. So we select the best possible shape and physical shape in terms of the overall health. So the astronauts arrive on board the station, they're normally healthy. Plus, we spend like 2 weeks of quarantine before flying to space to guarantee that nobody arrives to station if he's sick. On top of that, we have a full pharmacy, and we have full support from the ground. We have doctors from the ground that can support in case of an emergency or in case of an injury that might happen on board the station. Over. Alaikum salam, Jasmine. Indeed, I think I love photography now because we have large cameras and we can see like different views every second because we orbit the globe around like 90 minutes. We can circle the whole Earth, and we do this almost 16 times a day. So we can see a lot of things, forests, mountains, ocean, you name it. So I'd like to share these photographies as well when I come back on Earth. So yes, photography is my hobby now. didn't copy your last. Can you repeat the question? Over. Very interesting question, actually. I think it will work just fine here. It will float definitely, but you need to steer those cars with different thrusters. So it might go into one direction, but you need to brake. You need another thruster from the opposite side. And this is the concept, actually, when we fly spacecraft. We have multiple thrusters that can steer the vehicle into different directions. But I think if you have one thruster, it might just go in one direction. Over. Thank you, Jonathan. We do have a lot of facilities to stay in touch with our beloved ones. So we have access to emails, we have satellite phones, we have video calls as well. And ham radio, this is just what we're doing right now. So we have all the facilities to stay in touch with the ground. Over. I didn't copy your last. Can you repeat the question, please? Over. Very interesting question. So honestly, the good thing about being in space, we can see stars without atmospheric distortion. Plus, we don't see any blockage because we don't have clouds here. So we do see bright stars, but in terms of distance, it's not a big distance, actually. We can see as much as we can see from Earth. Over. Very interesting question, and I think two main things. So physical impact, which is the loss of bone density and the loss of body mass as well. So we do have countermeasures to do better return, which is exercising for almost 2.5 hours every day, so to maintain the body mass and the bone density. And also we have the psychological impact, which is feeling away from family and feeling away from friends is also impactful. And that's why we have to stay in touch with everybody on the ground as much as we can. Over. Thank you for the question, Ayla. So we wake up almost 6:30 in the morning, and then we start our day at 7:30, and we have a daily conference with the ground stations, and then we start work for almost 3 to 4 hours up until noon. When we have our midday, we get together with the rest of the crew, and we have a midday meal, and then we continue working up until 7:30, and then we have a debrief in the end of the day. And then in the evening we have just free time to do whatever we like, having dinner with friends, and then probably call the family. And we do have weekends also in Saturdays and Sundays. Over.